Hello, dear colleagues and conference organizers. The results of research on the topic Intelligent Search Engine Development in Designing the Multilevel Model of Academic Library are offered to your attention. Today, despite these technological efforts, even academic, scientific, and technical libraries fall under the global trend of declining interest in the use of library services. The main danger of the state of affairs is that without regular processing of bibliographically organized content, an overwhelming majority young readers, especially students, do not developing the social and communication aspects of quality information activities, use of information in creating new knowledge, gaining experience in the effective application of information means. The authors are convinced that directions of communication strategies formation of the academic, scientific, and technical library should be focused primarily on student-centeredness and comprehensive involvement of the educational process subjects in obtaining of library resources. This state of affairs will certainly contribute to the activation of cognitive activity of readers and in general will determine their further professional suitability and innovative prestige of the educational institution in training of qualified specialists. In the performing learning exercises process, term design work, on-the-job training, participation in student research, creative competitions, etc. at the leading departments accumulate a professionally oriented material resources that may be of interest not only to performers and scientific advisor. To promulgate the results of student professional creativity, which are accumulated at the faculties in the form of material artifacts, artworks, on one or another educational value, it is proposed to introduce into management system of the academic library the original specialized module showcase with the appropriate item on the library information portal. Pedagogical approaches for effective public presentation of students' professional accomplishment are substantiated and an original multi-level library model. The qualification showcase of achievements in specialty is built within information portal of the academic library, which allowed defining and clarifying functional connections between main educational departments. Thus, the information flow from the explanatory note of the creative work enters the faculty archive. Also here in the form of a material flow material artifact is temporarily stored, the presence of which is appropriately recorded in the archival database in the modified table of control documentation doc M. In addition to traditional fields of faculty archive doc for especially valuable artwork, it was decided to include identifiers of used collections of the academic library lib ID, a photo F of material artifact, and extended information add info on geographical and situational features of public recognition of professional creativity example in context form for memorandum field. The analytical apparatus of learning documentation service agent of the academic management system in modified table of academic achievements of the author SRM receives a sufficient amount of information for automatic generation of electronic journals and other reporting while providing a unified model of homogeneous document type circulation in higher education establishment. Thus, the original model of descriptive support of the presented sample of professional achievement of SHC is entered into the analytical device. Together with the explanatory note file, these media files are stored in the academic repository, integrally united by the subject of the project. Therefore, a separate category has been introduced for the modified CTM system catalog, which will store the identifier of a sample of professional creativity and sources of library collections used in its creation. The developed models provide flexible tools for formulating user query, and their original and modified components are descriptors for further content analysis of the academic knowledge base. Software technological implementation of the media platform in particular involves an intelligent search subsystem, the feature of which is the inclusion of accepted competencies in the standard of education for the specialty and the accumulation of unsuccessful requests for correct comprehensive automation of the communicative stage of procedure. The self-sufficiency of this engine allows you to perform search functions and manage the content of the showcase site, which makes it a full-fledged core of the designed intelligent information technology. The priority of sorting the search output SP is determined by the sum of the added coefficients of each current search result, and after the definition, performs sorting in descending order. The developed data structures and the built intelligent search engine that takes into account competencies are the basis of the environment of specialty-oriented showcase of professional achievements. This environment is called from Information Portal main menu of the Scientific and Technical Library, the Ukrainian Academy of Printing. Depending on the type of authenticated profile, the end user will be granted the appropriate privilege in the loaded homepage of the academic showcase. Further monitoring of the library portal showed a rapid increase in its popularity among students after the integration of the developed showcase of professional achievements in 15-25%. The applied pedagogical solution for the presentation of students' professional achievements and popularization of the chosen specialty, together with the promotion of the academic, scientific, and technical library. We thank the organizers of the conference, who in such difficult circumstances still perfectly organized the scientific event. We also thank the scientific and technical library staff of the Ukrainian Academy of Printing for patient and professional advice and features of multi-stage bibliographic description of collection resources and unimpeded access to the library information portal and a structure of digital systematic catalog. Also, the presented research would not be possible without the kindly disposed assistance of webmasters and their generous providing of transaction logs and heat maps. Special thanks are addressed to the caretakers of the faculty archives and storages, who readily demonstrated the preserved student educational and scientific creativity results and politely allowed to place their description within the designed showcase of professional achievements. And last, thanks for your attention. The report is complete. The authors will be happy to provide comprehensive answers to interesting questions.